Today is just miserably wet and it's windy, and so I didn't really leave the house, but I did have a meeting with the Penis Association. It's funny as it may sound, it's the Filipino Indigenous or International Association of Students or something like that from the University of Newcastle. They saw a photo that I got tagged in by the uni and they wanted me to photograph for them, but I tell you what, it wasn't very clear. So when they originally reached out to me, they said they wanted to do a collab, and I thought they must have some really unique idea and they want some help putting it into the world. I was all for that. It sounded like super everything that I'm into, but we got to talking, and what they really wanted was just free photography. I was completely okay with that. I don't mind. They're a small association at the moment, but if they grow, there's a potential for further work. So from an ROI point of view, it makes sense. But beyond that, they're a little club at the uni that are trying to grow into a bigger club. So taking some nice photos for them was something that I had absolutely no problem doing. Today's meeting, though, was supposed to just be talking about the ideas I thought they had. But it turns out like they were all there, all 7 of them, and they were ready for their photos. So I had to think quick and try and take, they didn't even really want creative photos, they just wanted nice portraits and like a group portrait. So, but like today's weather is abhorrent. It is windy as, it is raining torrentially. It's a shit day to be on the road, let alone walking around. And now like that took me, what time is it? I think it took me like half an hour. I drove an hour to get here and I'm going to drive an hour home. So I think I might put the weather bag on the camera, go for a walk along Honeysuckle and try and see if I can get any cool reflections. There's a ton of puddles. Well, I'd imagine there'd be a ton of puddles. That might be a way that I won't feel like I'm wasting my time. Not that it was a waste to shoot for the Penis Society, but I've got to make the most of the fact that I drove an hour here and I drove an hour home and I'm not going to be home. I have to make the most of the fact that I'm going to drive an hour home and I drove an hour here, which means I'm not going to be home in time for dinner, and I'm probably not going to be home in time for the kids, even if I left right now. So I may as well make the most of it while I'm up here. So that's what we're going to do. Let's see if we can go snap some reflections. I hope you don't mind a primarily V-Roll. I hope you don't mind a primarily B-roll vlog. There's not a lot to talk about. I got out this time of night, like it's not blue hour I don't think, but it's just after sunset when it's all dark and moody, and like right now where it's all wet and there's reflections everywhere. This has to be my favorite time to shoot anything. In saying that, I almost lost my beanie. Almost blew straight off my head. In fact, it did blow straight off my head and I had to go and chase it down the street. So at that, seeing as my disturbed beanie, it's time to call it quits. So I'm heading home. Did get some cool photos, but I think you'll agree.